Alright, so pretty good extension. You're reaching directly forward, that's good. Your left arm may be crossing over a bit, and then when you're breathing on either side, as you take that breath, the other arm kind of crosses over. So that happens with a lot of people. You'll see that angle a little better when you're swimming towards the camera. Body position is good. You're riding pretty high in the water. So you get a little bit of a corkscrewing effect when you breathe and when that arm crosses over, crossing the center line as you extend forward. So in an open water event, that would send you sort of veering left, veering right on occasion. So you're right at the center when you're not breathing, and then when you're turning to breathe, you're a little past it. So long story short, try to make sure your arms stay off on the sides. So left arm stays off to the left a little, right arm stays off to the right a little. And stroke wise, I'm going to look at your left arm here. So that is pretty much a straight arm pull. So if you've watched any of the other videos, it's a common thing that's kind of the second best way to swim, but the issue with the straight arm pull is that the first third of the stroke you just really don't get much forward propulsion, and it looks like your right arm's doing the same thing. So the first third you're more or less pushing water down, when as much as possible you want to be pulling water backwards, aka pulling your body forwards. That's best accomplished by doing the high elbow catch or the early vertical forearm. It's two names for the same kind of thing. So ultimately you want to reach forward, kind of roll your shoulder internally, and then your hand and forearm angled down or vertically towards the bottom of the pool, while your upper arm is still extended forward, and that's the proper catch position. That means all that surface area is pulling water back, or more appropriately, pulling your body forward. What happens when you get that correct angle, your hand almost locks into place in the water, and you pull yourself past that point in the water. Your kick is pretty active kick. That's like a 6-beat kick, and technique wise it looks pretty good. There maybe you could use a little more flexion in your knee. Alright, so you see how your hands go right in front of your head? That's you want to be off to the side just slightly, so you want your hand to be extending in front of your shoulder but not your head. Extension itself though is good, as well as the line you're pulling through, so those are two good things. Now kind of frame by frame here, so you see nice reach forward, that's good. Pretty good rotation, so the rotation is important from a streamline standpoint. And then you start the pull, and this is the pull down, so here's where you can improve. It's not really till here and the next frame where you're really pulling a lot of water back. And the way you pull water back is by getting your hand and forearm vertical as quickly as possible. That's why it's called early vertical forearm. And then you have a good finish to the stroke. So a lot of good components to your stroke. If you can do two things, stop crossing over and get a better catch, you're going to be significantly faster. So good entry. Good reach forward. Your rotation could be a little better on this side, and then you start pulling down, or doing your pull. Same thing here. So the first 2-3 frames really just pushing water down. It's not till about here where you're now mostly pulling water back. So the one arm drill, catch up drill, doggy paddle drill, fist drill, tech paddles would not be a bad idea. Those are the main ones that are going to be helpful. I would do a lot of one arm drill, really trying to crank that elbow up. It starts in the shoulder though, so you got to roll your shoulder forward and then get that hand and forearm vertical. Hope that helps.